Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? Happy hump day. It's Wednesday. My name's Matt. I'm the Awakening Angler, and I'm out here today on the Night of Lake catching walleyes, one right after another. I got my old buddy Conrad in the back of the boat right here. Everybody knows my friend Nate, who fishes with me all the time. This is Nate's father-in-law, up from Florida. I brought him out here this morning, and he's got Florida blood. It's like 60 to 62 degrees when we left the dock this morning. A little chilly. A little chilly for me, let alone for him. But we're out here today. We got on him pretty quickly off the bat. My buddy Nate was in his boat out here with us with his nephew. And before we even started fishing, Nate had one on. So we came back up here, and we've been going across the top of this main lake reef. To the north of this reef, it gets deep again. To the south of this reef is the main channel, and it drops off into the low 30s as far as depth. We've done our most damage in from 18 to 25 foot of water this morning, and everything's been on blades today. Like I say, I saw my buddy Nate hit one right here first thing this morning, and I said, "What'd you get it on?" He said, "Homie." So I said, okay. So I put a blade on. I had Conrad fishing a jig and wrap that's been so good for me lately. And before you know it, I had three walleyes on the blade. So I said, all right, Conrad, let's switch over and we'll both run a blade. I've got him running the gold on gold, the Awakening Angler signature blade from I1. And then I've been running this gold with the black scale pattern on it. And that's, I don't know, I think I got to think. One perch, we just had a big sheep's head. 6, 7, 8 walleyes probably, give or take. I had one that was 20 and a half and one that was 19 and a quarter. Conrad just caught a keeper, and we had a 4 or 5 shorts. But when we're seeing fish here, we're seeing piles of them in spots on this reef. They're not everywhere, although a lot of these guys around me are pulling harnesses and trolling. And you can cover so much more water, and they're having really excellent catches out here right now because of that, because these fish are a little spread out. They're all over this structure, but we haven't really seen clusters like I did Saturday and Sunday morning on this same reef. I see a buddy of mine who guides out here, Jason. He was just south of me earlier, and he's been pulling harnesses very effectively for the last 2 weeks. Very effectively. He was jigging this morning, and I messaged him and said hello, and he goes, yeah. He goes, my customer wants to learn how to jig, so that's what they were doing. But I know that as a guide, I know that oh, look at that. Right on cue, Conrad.
Oh, thank you.
Now that acts bassy. Maybe not.
Yeah, it's not fighting like a real live walleye. You gotta remember, I'm not fishing 50-pound braid, 30-pound leader.
Yeah, right. I haven't seen him yet, but he's staying down. There it is.
Sheep's head.
Big sheepy. Man, look at the size of that sheep head. Holy cow, that's a big one. Oh, pulled right out.
Yeah.
Pulled right out.
That's all right. Good to see it anyways.
That was a big sheep's head. That was well over 10 pounds. Well over 10.
Yeah, that was all
That,
there.
yeah. Oh, I got you caught up here. Oh, that was exciting, right?
Oh, small hook for a fish that size.
Yeah, and their mouth is very fleshy and soft. So that does happen quite often. Man, that was a big one though. When they turn sideways and they look like a hubcap,
Yeah.
that was a big one. Oh, that was exciting. So again, for whatever reason, today seems to be a blade bait bite. Now, part of that could just simply be it's what you hit a fish on first. A little bit of confidence, you put it out there, and there you go. The last 4 or 5 days, everything I've done has been on jigging wraps, but that's what I've been fishing too. You know, I got, in one of the switches, I caught a fish on a jigging wrap, and then I kept fishing it, and then I caught another fish on a jigging wrap, and then that's how you get, that's how favorite lure status gets attained, or that's how people will be like, oh, I'm dialed right in on this. It doesn't matter. Does it matter what you catch them on? Honestly, you go through your arsenal and your tools in your toolbox until you find what works. And then when it works, you try to expand on why it works and what else would be working. Look at that. Again, anybody can catch big ones, but can you catch one that size? And he's in the mouth too. Look at this.
Beat the other one you had.
Look at that. He's in the mouth. So I don't know what this little guy was thinking. But he sure was aggressive for his size. And that fish was 1.5 inches long. I knew as soon as he hit it, these JT Black Rain rods, all the JT line, but these JT rods are as sensitive and as they telegraph, and the whole system with the Cortland Master Braid line, the Cortland top secret fluorocarbon, and these rods, it transmits everything. The slightest tickle. There you go. There's another one. So we're on a rock reef, and this rock reef is filled with zebra mussels and gobies, and the fish that are in here eating them. Fun morning. This is one of those mornings that's perfect out here too. This is one of those mornings where I wish it was a Saturday instead of Wednesday and I didn't have to go to work. But I do. What can you say? Out on a high note. We're getting closer to 3,000 subscribers, by the way. So if you're watching this today and you like what I do, and I've got something new coming this week, I got a little different idea for a format change that I'm going to try out starting tomorrow morning. So stay tuned for that. And I'm looking for feedback, and I'm curious to see how people like it. If you like what I do here every day, please subscribe. It's free to you. It doesn't cost you a dime to subscribe to the channel, but it's priceless to me. So I appreciate you guys all showing up, guys and girls, every day and watching. And I will see you all tomorrow somewhere. Thank you. Keep your tip up.